Wendy and Joe, let them know. Hard gas tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle.
Woo, Joe. Episode 20.
That's right. Welcome back, everybody.
Man,
Episode 20.
It feels like it's been an eternity since we've made one of these podcasts.
Yeah, it's been, 2 weeks or a little over?
A little over 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
We're busy. Life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was doing homework.
You were doing homework. I was moving. And almost still, kind of moving still. Only have a little bit left, though.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
But you have time before you need to get out of that house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So it's no rush.
August 13th.
Wait.
Our lease ends August 13th.
No.
Yeah, I just got the email.
Oh, that late?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, well. That's even longer.
Yeah,
that's longer than we expected.
That's even longer.
So
I
thought you had another full month, but that's even more than that.
That's even more. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you just move one thing at a time. Oh,
Yeah.
Today I'm getting to get a spoon.
Yeah, and then we moved the oldest daughter, her and her husband, they moved back to Round Rock yesterday. And so we moved them. They sold their house. Today's their final walkthrough of their house.
Oh, nice.
And so they'll close on Tuesday for get their house sold. So that'll be awesome.
Do they sell it pretty quick? Are houses
Yeah,
still going
they
pretty
sold it pretty
fast
quick.
around here?
I mean, a month.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. They had a bunch of offers too. I mean, they had a lot of people in line.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I see for sale signs in my neighborhood every now and again, and some of them stay on the market.
Yeah, I guess they want too
two
much.
Two on my road sold really well. One sold in before it actually hit the market, but that's
the neighbor bought it.
Yeah,
neighbor,
because
grandma or somebody like that. Yeah.
But the other house, I think they want too much.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure. That's what.
But it is a
problem
bigger house than most. It's 2-story, and you know what I mean. It probably is worth it, but it's more than the rest of the houses around here.
I'm wore out. I mean, that move yesterday, man. I mean, I don't know why we move in the summer. Every time we've had a move, it's always been in the freaking summer.
It's like 95 degrees.
And every time we tell ourselves, the next time we move, it's going to be in the winter. It's never been in the winter.
What about the spring or the fall?
Well,
That's nice.
Any time except for July.
I moved from
June.
I moved from Kansas to Louisiana in January.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Well,
there was snow and slush, and the movers were
fun.
Dragging stuff in and out, and there was just, oh my goodness, it was terrible.
That would be fun. And then, like yesterday wasn't so bad. We just had to load everything, and then they paid some moving people to unload.
Oh yeah, that's the way.
They have a 2-story house, so it was really good because then people had to pack everything upstairs.
Yeah.
And so very good to have to. It was like 2 hours. I think it was $180 an hour. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Really, honestly. I just sat in a chair and watched stuff in.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do anything.
That is worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if something's really heavy or, like you said, those stairs. And if you tweak your back or twist an ankle, or...
And it's the kind of stairs, it's not like straight up. Like it goes up, and then it has the landing, and it turns and goes up.
Oh, yeah.
No. Not a fan. Yeah, not a fan. But, I mean...
I was busy doing homework. I would have rather moved, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No, you just stand around holding your coffee cup. You're not much of a mover, Joe.
I can move.
Yeah, you can move. I've seen you kind of shake it a little bit at the pep rallies.
No, not that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I can move stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
You
tell yourself that.
No, I can't. Like I moved probably 15 boxes from your house the other day.
Yeah, maybe 5. Yeah.
I don't load them up. I moved them out the house. Though.
Yeah, okay. Enough. All right, it's enough about moving. I'm tired of moving, dude.
I'm tired
of
even
talking about it. You're tired of homework. Yeah.
I wrote, the paper was due at midnight last night. I turned it in at 11:57.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I talked to you around midnight last night.
Yeah.
I was taking a shower when you called first time.
I don't know if I'm gonna pass that class.
Yeah. You'll be okay.
I might have to redo it.
You'll be okay.
I know it'll be all right. I'm already over it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're gonna be all right, Joe. Let's be positive.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
this dog.
And
Yeah, Beauregard. Beauregard, for those listening, is still with us.
Yep.
We don't know how he's
still with us.
Still with us.
And he likes to sit in the studio while we record.
Yeah, he likes to be anywhere where people are.
Not that he can hear real well.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And if we get up and move somewhere, he'll just go and lay right there. But anyway, yeah, he's still here.
Well, lots happened, though, too. Like I said, we moved the oldest daughter and her husband. My wife's, the last time we did the podcast, talked about my wife's car. We picked up the keys to the new house, and the car died on the way home. And so we bought her a new used car, and she's very happy with. So that's a plus. And I had a kid from the high school look at her car, and he thinks it's not as bad as they said it was.
That's right. Somebody told you initially that they thought something was cracked, like the crank.
No. This is what they said. They told Daphne this. Something was broke in the engine.
Right.
Dude.
Which leads you to believe, like, they cracked a piston rod, or a crank, or the camshaft. You know what I mean? Like something big.
Well, the first cylinder is not firing. When you put the when you put the, what do you call that thing? The module thing.
Yeah, the CBD.
Yeah, it's showing that the first cylinder is not firing. So that car has 208,000 miles on it. She's never, in the history of owning that car, changed out the spark plugs.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's not called a distributor cap anymore. It's called like a power pack or a coil.
Yeah.
Power coil.
The ignition coils?
Ignition coil, yeah. So we ordered an ignition coil and a set of spark plugs. And, $89, $90. Change that out and see what happens.
Yeah.
And, like, me and that kid, he was driving it, and we would get on a dead road. Dude, he would just floor it. And that car it hauled butt.
Wrapped it out, huh?
Woo, like, after it passed that first cylinder, that second, third, and fourth were getting it. So it can't be that bad. I'm not thinking it's as bad as they think it is.
That's good. You might be able to, fix that sucker up and sell it.
Drive it back to work. I can use that, save me some money on diesel.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's more efficient. Or we
can just sell it to those Mexicans going to Mexico that buy those cars that they pull behind each other.
I do see that a lot. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they pull them. They take them to Mexico. Yeah,
I see they're towing.
Oh,
with ropes or whatever.
Oh man, it's terrible. One time,
it just says in paint on the back window, in tow.
Yeah, one time I was behind one. They were towing, and I guess the drive shaft. What is that called? The universal joint.
U-joint, yeah.
It had broke, and the drive shaft was bouncing on Highway 59.
Oh my goodness!
Which is now I-69, which really sounds kind of funny. And I-69.
Did it?
And it was bouncing.
Oh my gosh!
And it was like I was seeing this. I could see this truck in front of me.
Did the person not realize it?
No. And it was shooting sparks. I could see sparks coming out from under this truck. And it was bouncing and bouncing, and it was like go sideways and hit the old gas tank. And I guess it had gas in that gas tank, and it cracked it. And the spark I was almost passing it. And the spark hit that gas that was dripping out, and it blew up.
You are kidding me.
And it was only a little gas. It wasn't like a big explosion, but it went, it was like boom, like a fireball, boom, and it blew up. I just hit the brakes.
And it was right next to you.
This is probably like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, going back toward like Rosenberg area out of Houston. So traffic's not as bad going that way as it is going into Houston. And so like I almost stopped. Like I hit the brakes, and then I thought, man, I need to stop this guy. So I started hauling butt to catch up to him, and the freaking drive shaft broke off completely as I'm getting close to the truck, and it spun and bounced and went over my truck.
No way.
Swear to God.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine if it had come through my windshield and killed me? Kind of like those movies. What are those movies?
Like the Final Destination movies.
Yes. Exactly. Went over my truck.
Oh my God.
So like I'm running, and I'm trying to like run the guy off the road. Like I am pissed, you know. And so I'm like, whoop, and he pulls over and he's like, gets out and he's like, hey, ¿qué pasó? You know, like he's telling me like in Spanish, what's going on? You know, I'm like, and I'm trying to explain to him like fire and lumbre, and I'm saying like, you know, I'm like, I don't know what drive shaft is in Spanish, and I say, well, come here, you know, venga para acá, and I'm showing him, and he goes, ay, Chihuahua, you know, and he's like, you know, he's like, is it, you know, he's like, is it any good anymore? I'm like, well, not really. You don't have a drive shaft, you know, you got to find a drive shaft.
And an exploded fuel tank.
An exploded fuel tank. There's like somebody painted black on the side of the truck, you know, where the fuel tank was on the side,
the big
you know.
smoke.
Oh yeah, it was smoke deal, you know. Yeah. It was funny as hell.
That's crazy.
But it was scary at the same time.
It could have, if the drive shaft would have fell down and stuck into the road, it would have like pole vaulted that car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking when you were saying that the drive shaft fell.
No. Yeah.
Oh, was it the back universal
it was
joint?
this way. It was this way, and it was bouncing up, and it would bounce, whoop, and it go sideways and hit that gas tank.
Man, and that sucker could have stuck in the...
That would have been wild. That would have been wild. Oh.
But, man,
I didn't think of
flying over your truck?
Yeah, it flew over my truck.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
You only had 8 lives after that.
Yeah. I called somebody to tell them, and I was talking 1,000 miles an hour. I was so freaking like excited, kind of in a way, just you know, just
yeah.
When I get to talking like that, I'm talking high pitched. I'm like, you know, so yeah. Oh man, it made my heart just.
When was that?
Oh my God, it's been a while, long time, probably 25 years ago or so. Yeah.
So
yeah. So,
right around 2000 or 90s?
Yeah, probably around 2000. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway,
I don't think I've ever seen like something really crazy go down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I could think about was Final Destination.
I've seen some stuff fall out of people's trucks and stuff. Right. But, you know, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I seen a guy, in fact, I think a bunch of friends of mine and I were on our way, I think, to St. Louis or somewhere. So we were on the interstate, and this guy started swerving back and forth and, like, get really close to the road and then oversteer and, like, try to get back.
Yeah.
And then, so we just got away from him. We're like, man, we don't want this. This guy might be drunk or something.
Yeah.
We just get away from him. So we went past him and then pulled into the rest stop. That guy also pulled into the rest stop, got out of his truck. It was like a small truck. Threw a beer can in the bed of the truck.
Oh my God! Open another one.
Probably,
yeah.
Took a leak on his own tire, got back in his truck, and took off back down the road.
Wow. Y'all didn't have cell phones then either, probably.
No.
Yeah. That's a good thing is if you went out with the cell phones, you can call the cops, you know, and maybe they can get ahead and stop them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because that guy could kill somebody.
The worst thing I've ever seen, like people driving. I was behind a truck and trailer with a load of cattle, and the floor caved in.
No.
Yeah. Not all the way, but about a quarter of the trailer, the back end, just and the cow's legs were on the ground and dragging on the road, and they were on a county road, so they weren't going fast. It wasn't like they were on the highway going 80 miles an hour, and so I was able to get around them and stop them, you know, in time. But man, it wasn't pretty either. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that was the worst thing, I think, as far as driving. A weird thing. The floor gave out.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Anyway, on a good note, what's going on? What else is going on?
Yeah, let's switch topics after that. If anybody has some weird
stories.
Weird stories about the going down the road.
Yeah, I have a lot because I've spent a lot of time on the road, you know.
Yeah, if you didn't hear the episode where he was told that he's missing a horse.
Yeah, that one.
That was a pretty good story.
Or when we ran out of gas like 10 miles from town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Oh, we got a lot. When you spend a lot of your lifetime on the road, you got a lot of stories.
That's true.
What else is going on, Joe, in your world?
Oh, you know what? Did I tell people that Wendy got me this painting for our anniversary? Did I mention that on the last podcast? I haven't seen it. You haven't
seen it? The real
one.
One. The real thing. I've seen a picture.
All right.
I want to.
All right. I'm going to go grab it.
Go grab it, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Hold on.
Hold on 1 second. I'll entertain y'all or something.
Or you can hit pause.
I can hit pause though. All right, we're gonna pause. All right, here comes Joe. He's gonna do the big reveal. You remind me of the guy from True Blood, like the vampire guy. I don't know. If you're a little whiter, maybe you kind of got that kind of eerish looking vampire look. And Wendy's a Southern belle,
Yeah.
right? Is that what you would
it's,
think? That's what it is, like a Southern painting. What would you call that?
I mean, yeah, you could
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, it's like Southern painting, or maybe
She has an umbrella.
yeah, and she's like a Southern belle, I would
Yeah.
think. Yeah, but you got this creepy look. You got this creepy, like a vampire. Like you look like you're evil.
I'm not evil. I got a little smile on my
You
face.
do, but it's like a.
I don't take the best pictures.
It's like a creepy smile in a way, Joe. It's like, yeah. You look vampire-ish. Like, you could be like, yeah.
Maybe I am.
I like that. That's cool, Joe.
It's a
Dude.
good present, isn't it?
Wendy comes up with the best gifts.
I know. She makes it hard to buy for, actually.
Yeah, dude, you're lame.
I know.
Yeah,
It's not fair.
Wendy's the best. I mean the book, this painting.
I got her a pair of golf shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, they're cute women's golfing
yeah.
shoes.
Yeah, but nothing like this. This is original.
I know.
She's original.
You know what? I thought about stuff like this when I see it advertised on the
Yeah.
little videos. I was like, oh, I bet Wendy would like that. Or I'll bet that would be fun to do or
Yeah.
something fun to have. But I don't.
You ever go through with it?
Well,
follow through with
every
it.
time I see it, something's so far away.
Yeah,
You know,
you-
like, oh, Christmas is 9 months away.
Yeah.
Or, whatever.
Hey, write it down. Save it.
Yeah, I
You know?
If there's only some sort of electronic device that I could have that would have the dates on it,
Yeah.
you know,
That would be handy.
like this calendar on my phone.
Yeah. I'm a late person. Like I'm thinking a day before the birthday or
Yeah.
the day before Christmas. I guess I got to go get presents,
Yeah.
And so
I was listening to a
I
podcast
procrastinate that way.
with Mike Rowe, and he had an actor friend of his on that we talked about before, and that guy said that he had a present closet.
Yep, Daphne does too.
So there's just like random stuff
Yeah,
in the
Daphne
closet.
collects presents throughout the year, and she has and then like
Are they for someone?
no, like one time I was like, hey, it's teacher appreciation, not appreciation week, or it was something to do at school, and she's like, oh, so you want to give some some of the teachers you work
Yeah,
with
yeah.
some gifts? Yeah, she goes, oh, and she comes out of the closet, out of the room with it.
I need
and
to do
has
that.
these random
I need to
random
do it.
presents, and we just wrap them up. And she has that. That's what she does. And she goes, I'm not just always just buying, junk for myself. She said, I'm buying things that to give away,
Right.
and sometimes you can re-gift. So like if you got something you don't really like, but
Oh, true.
stick those in the
You can keep it
in the
brand
gift
new
closet.
in the gift
Keep it
closet.
in the gift
All
closet.
right, I'm going to
Yeah.
write that down.
Yeah.
To-do list, gift closet.
Gift closet. Yeah.
You know what? I might turn that closet right there into a gift closet
There
in the
you go.
studio.
There
You
you
know
go.
what's in there?
No.
5,000 DVDs and VHS tapes that no one will ever watch.
Ever again. Unless
No.
I don't think we'll ever use them again.
We have VHS
I was thinking,
tapes.
well, maybe there'll be an apocalypse or something, and there's no TV like to watch on TV, and you had to break out the old VCRs to watch something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a
that's possible.
VHS/DVD player,
Yeah.
one that does both.
Yeah, that's what we
But
had to.
what if the powers that be unplug the internet
Yeah.
and there is no more internet? Like, my apocalyptic type movie that I'm going to come out with.
Yeah. It's possible.
Then we'd be breaking out the VHS again. I thought about
It's
that
that
more.
cable in the water. Isn't there cables running through the water all over the world?
There used to be. I don't know if that's still how things are done now. I'd imagine a lot of it's satellite.
Yeah. You could see one getting hooked on a whale or something. They unplug it,
A whale.
and there's no internet.
The whale was like, what was that? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Or he's rubbing his back on it or something like, and then he gets hung on his tail or something, and he pulls it out and unplugs the internet.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So that'd be funny.
What do we got going on?
Oh man. Well,
Oh,
hey,
here,
your car.
I want to mention this. Oh yeah, I think I might sell my car today.
Yeah. No, you're going to sell your car.
I was on these apps and I went to quite a few different ones just to see what they'd give me. Well, one place is local out of Waco. I think they have like a national car lot place, but they have one in Waco. And a guy called me. And it said scam likely, but I was like, hey, I'm answering this thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, because I'm tired of these people saying, you have a lien on your car, and it's going to go to litigation if you don't call this. Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of people trying to.
Wow, that's crazy.
One say that there's a lien on the SUV, and another
Right.
one say that there's a lien on the house. And,
Right.
But anyways, I was like, I'll answer this scam, and he's like, hey, we saw that you put in a thing for your car, and if you're still wanting to sell it, we'd like to buy it. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, the offer was, the offer was for more than 1,000 of the other places. Yeah. So I was like, okay.
And you were talking to an actual person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got his name and I changed the number and I put the number in there to it's a Chevy dealership in Waco.
Yeah, you wonder if though, like, that's how they get you in, though. And so like, we're gonna give you like $18,000, and you get there and like, oh no, we didn't look at it yet. Now that we're looking at it, we're only gonna give you 14.
Well, I hope that it's a little negotiable because I think I might get more for it.
Yeah, that's good.
Because it's low miles, like the interior is really good shape. It's got aftermarket black rims on it, which makes it look cool.
How many times has Wendy asked you to sell that car?
More than a couple.
Okay. And every time after she tells you that, something happens to the car.
That's true.
So I'm just giving you some advice. I would go ahead and sell the car because I don't want Wendy to have to tell you again, because that might not be so good.
If that light comes on.
It could be like divorce. I'm just saying.
But the car drives so nice now.
Yeah, it's super quiet. I mean, it's a stealth. That car is stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's in electric mode, you don't hear it at all. Like, I know other people that have electric cars or hybrids, and they have a whine to them, and I think that's intentional, so, you don't hit somebody on the sidewalk so they can kind of hear you coming. My neighbor's got a Toyota RAV4 that's a plug-in hybrid. And then you hear that thing coming down. Yeah.
Your car's cool. I mean, your car's neat. I mean, it's a nice car. It's a pretty car.
The seats are so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I think they bought the special package for the seats or whatever.
Yeah. I have hell getting in it, but it's a nice car.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know. I think it's time.
It needs to be. Because Wendy has told you too many times.
And it's summer. I don't need to go back and forth to school every day.
Yeah.
And I don't really need to drive. I can just wait till Wendy gets home or go on her days off or take the blue car if I need to go somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea, Joe. And then you're going to have to be buying a car soon for your son.
Oh, man, don't even mention that.
Yeah. And so it'd be best to get one out,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so anyways, might sell the car. Will likely sell the car here in a couple hours. That way I'll have that loan paid off. I won't be paying monthly payments. I won't have to pay the insurance every month. Give me a little, I think a month and a half or maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
Because even if I get another car in a month and a half.
You're going to make money a little bit.
Yeah. I mean.
A little bit. You're going to sell it and pay it off. And
and I'll have extra. Yeah, I'm not upside down.
That's a win.
That's true.
That's a win.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong like that. Other than you're going to miss the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And my roofer still needs money.
I'm going to be glad you sell it, though. I'm tired of looking at that Dallas Cowboy star on the back of it.
You are? Why?
I don't like the Cowboys. I don't like America's team.
Well, hey, we're going all the way this year.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
I know. We say it every year.
Every year they're the favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say that about
You're
my
not
Cubs.
the only person.
My Cubs say that. We always say that, too.
Yeah.
Especially before they won the World Series in whatever year that was, 2014. Yeah. Like, just growing up, like every year. It was like a joke.
That year.
Like, it'd be like 2011. Hey, we're going all the way this year. Really?
Yeah.
I remember when we were, I was in Iraq. I think it was 2008.
Yeah.
Like, the Cubs on paper had a really good team. I believe the manager was Dusty Baker at the time. And everyone was, like, really optimistic. Like, hey, this is no joke. Like, this year we really mean it.
Yeah.
And, of course,
I
Yeah,
hated to
let's not-
see, like when the Astros had Dusty Baker the last few years. I don't know, 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
I hated to see him that he left. He retired or whatever
Mhm.
he did, or they didn't renew his contract, or he didn't want his contract renewed. And but it seems like the guy that's there now is doing a really good job because man, they have a lot of guys hurt, bunch of pitching arms are hurt, a lot of good players are hurt, and man, they're still chugging along. I think they're like, I want to say there might be like 7 games up on the Mariners now, 6 or 7.
That's good.
Yeah, they got your Cubs this weekend. They took 2 out of 3.
Yep.
We should have gone, but not on Saturday.
Saturday was a good game.
Yeah, it blew us out on Saturday. But,
No, I watched both games.
yeah.
But it was an exciting game to watch.
Oh yeah.
Just home runs and hits and
Yeah,
triples.
well, that Friday game was really
people
good.
stealing bases.
Yeah, only one I got to watch was Friday, and it was really good. Astros. beat
I
heck
watched
out
the
of
other two.
them. Yeah.
But anyway, the Cubs did outscore them total though,
Yeah.
and they had like whatever that was, 16 runs.
Yeah. They
Over the 3 days.
That second day. Yeah. I think,
But they're still leading their
Yeah.
division. They're I think at least 4 games or so.
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Something like that.
But they're pitching and going
They're
pitching
pitching not
yesterday's
that very
game. I saw the pitcher matchup, and it was not good. Vegas
Yeah.
odds had the Astros winning by 1,
Good. Yeah.
and they projected the game to be 3-2, and the over I think was 8. So if you would have bet the under,
Yeah. Right.
I mean, and the game was 0-2.
That was 0-2. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. The Astros do have. they
and
have
I
two
knew
good
that
arms.
pitch. The Astros. Who's that pitcher that started?
Valdez.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I saw him, I was like, oh
Yeah,
great, this is not going to be good.
Fromber Valdez. Yeah, Astros have 2 good pitchers. I can at least say that they got him and Hunter Brown. Those 2
Yeah.
guys are lights out this year. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, enough baseball talk. Although, hey, wait, one more thing about baseball.
Oh, you're going somewhere.
I got tickets to go see the Cubs at Wrigley Field.
That's
My
awesome.
friend Matt and his wife Jess and their kids. Those are the folks that we just saw in New Orleans. We're gonna make the trek up to Chicago
Okay.
to go to Wrigley. Although I did live in Illinois for years, never made it to Wrigley Field.
So that's cool. It's your first time.
Yeah, it'll be Labor Day,
That's awesome.
and got hotel rooms already, airfare already. I don't think we bought the tickets at the ballpark, because general admission is where you get the home run balls.
Yeah.
But if you want seats in a place that might be shaded from the sun,
Right.
so still got that to think
That's
about.
cool. All right. What else going on, Joe?
I
We're
don't
chugging
know.
along here.
That's true. I need to do a little more golf
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be helping out with a golf coach this
Yeah.
year. So I want to get back to swinging some golf sticks.
Yeah. I need to come out there with y'all one day.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
it's gonna
God.
be fun. I'm ready to go.
I've
Except
never played.
I've been occupied doing my paper,
Yeah.
and I knew if I took time to go do that, it was time I should have been at home, so I didn't go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that again. I've been watching some videos. How to swing the golf club, how to put your grip. Here, put this up in your stance. All that. I've been watching these little YouTube
Yeah.
self-help videos.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, another thing. Excuse me. Another thing, like selling the car. I think I might sell all of my stocks
You
on
think?
Robinhood.
You think?
Every one of them.
Have you hit the number you've been looking for?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched. I haven't been looking at it the last couple of days.
But after it hit that number, it was a high. It was at a high, and then it went down like another
Oh.
$50.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to sell it like today or anything. But in the
Right.
next couple weeks, I'll just watch it. There's a couple of things that a couple of stocks I think they
Yeah,
still
and
have some room
if
to
it
go higher.
That's good. If
But if I take all that money out and I pay the other 2 cars off,
yeah.
that way I won't have any car payment.
Yeah.
Get out of debt
Yeah.
and pay the roofer, and I'll still have some wiggle room. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna pay a little extra on the house every month, and that will free up a way to start it all over again.
Yeah.
So if I
Definitely.
sell a stock, let's say I sell a stock for $225 like this week, and then in the next month I'll have some money to start investing. I'm still buying it for around 220. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna miss out.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, I hate to see you sell it, but I mean,
At the same time, I'm concerned about capital gains tax and stuff. If you hold a stock for less than I think it's a year,
yeah.
it's considered short term, and short term capital gains are taxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they might both be, but at least they're taxed higher if it's
Yeah.
short term.
You have a pretty good amount. So,
But there's a couple that there's been some stinkers, Jesse.
yeah, there has
I've
been.
had some stinkers.
Yeah.
That's going to count as a
Yeah.
loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Chinese Liberation Education Internet Fund or whatever that thing was.
That was the dumbest thing we've ever did.
Not selling my AMC when my buddy Rashid sold his.
Yeah, well, that
was
that was dumb too. But yeah. Oh well. Life goes on.
There's another one that I think I can't remember the name of it, but it's another one that I bought. It was like $10 a share,
Yeah.
and it's like $1 a share now, and it's been at $1 for the last like 2 years, so it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe my losses will help out. I won't have much of a tax bill.
Yeah. And everything else, I feel like the country's chugging along pretty good.
We might get the big beautiful bill signed pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah. And since we've last talked on here, we bombed Iraq.
Yep.
That was a pretty amazing thing. Those guys flew 36 straight hours. Isn't that crazy? Just
It is.
in the air that long.
Yeah.
I forgot how many times they had to refuel. It was like a bunch of times they refueled, and got there, did their job successfully, and made it all the way home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
I like how they're not targeting any civilians or any.
Yeah.
They're not even. I mean, the Israelis took out like missile sites and stuff like that, but
And they took out a scientist and they took out some generals. And that
yeah,
was
but I mean, infrastructure.
infrastructures. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I don't
Yeah.
think they got a lot of their oil. I think
No, I don't think they did. I think they might have hit one, or they did a refinery. They hit something. I
Iran
believe.
said that they took one out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's been. But I know that
Confirmed.
in general, I know Trump doesn't want them to do that.
Yeah.
He said leave all that stuff alone. But
Yeah.
anyway,
And they had a ceasefire,
yeah,
and it was funny.
it's still going on, ain't it?
Yeah, it's still good so far.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know Trump's big thing is he just doesn't want people dying.
Yeah.
He's like, this is enough.
Well,
But-
the Ukraine-Russia deal is ridiculous.
I heard that there was some more talks about it though.
But heck, I think Russia had their biggest like they sent, I forgot how many drones into Ukraine.
Oh, another big
yeah, over
offensive
the
attack.
weekend. Yeah, it was big, really big, like one of the biggest so far.
Oh, I did hear that.
Yeah,
Was that a place that the Ukraine had occupied before? Like they made a big push,
maybe so. Yeah,
and then Anyway,
yeah, they need to stop.
that probably made Trump mad. He probably got on the horn and
I'm sure they don't know what they're doing either.
yeah.
But
I did see a video. It was an interesting video on the history of Ukraine and Russia and stuff
Really?
like that. Yeah,
You watch a lot of videos.
yeah. I get a lot of my videos like mixed up, and I forget a lot.
Yeah. All right, is it time for a dad joke? I got one.
You got a dad joke?
Well,
All right,
it's
let's
kind
hear
of
it.
a dad joke.
Let's hear it.
It might be a little racist, but
A little racist?
yeah, but it's okay because I'm the person that's saying
Oh,
it.
okay. Let's hear it.
What do Mexicans cut their pizzas with?
What do they cut there? I don't know what.
Little Caesars. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Little Caesars.
I like your accent.
I'm good at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
I'm really good at it. Yeah. So
Well, will Mexicans think that you're Mexican if you lay on an accent? Can you lay on an accent as you speak Spanish?
I can. Yes, if I'm with a group of them, like a group of Mexicans, and like the ones that talk like that, like L.A. kind of guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'll start talking like that.
Intentionally?
I have a habit of
Oh, you
mimicking
just
the way
kinda
people talk.
gravitate towards that.
I gravitate like that. I'll start talking like that. If I'm hanging out with my rodeo guys, I'm all hick.
Oh, yeah.
It's just something that my mind. I guess it's something that automatically triggers. I guess I'm a mimicker.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's okay.
I pissed some guys off the other day. I got a fantasy football WhatsApp chat with a group of guys,
Yeah.
and they're all from like Eagle Pass, and mostly Hispanics and one white guy from Oklahoma and me, and they were talking about Mexicans, and they were saying things, and I said, well, technically, my last Gonzalez, and they were like, what? And then I said, yeah. I said my last name should be Wheeler. And they were like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, supposedly. And not supposedly, it's the truth. My dad's, grandmother, or my grandfather's mom, which would I guess be my dad's grandmother, got pregnant by a white man back in the early 1900s. And in them days, Mexicans and whites in South Texas, that wasn't a very good thing. And anyway, that was my grandfather, and so that man's last name was Wheeler.
So your grandfather's name should have been Wheeler.
Wheeler, yeah, in a way.
So it would have been your great grandfather.
And she ended up marrying a guy, a Gonzalez, and so he, my grandfather was already born and everything when she married the Gonzalez guy. And so, but yeah, I should be a Wheeler, Jesse Wheeler. And so the guys make fun of me now. They're like, "Oh, it's no way." And then now they're like, "You just don't want to be." I don't know what one of them was like, "You just don't want to be Mexican or something." I'm like, no, it's not that. It's just I'm still my dad. My mom is Hispanic. I'm still what I am. My dad is half. Like my grandfather would be half, and my dad would be a quarter. So I still am Hispanic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it had nothing to do with that. It's just funny. I just think it's funny now.
Yeah.
And we always knew it. And we've kind of verified it a little bit through the DNA stuff, the Ancestry.com and stuff. So
that's cool.
Things are popping up, kind of. And so, yeah, I should be a Wheeler. A Wheeler dealer.
You are a Wheeler dealer.
A Wheeler dealer. Yeah.
I got a dad joke.
What you got?
What did the Atlantic Ocean say to the Pacific Ocean?
How do we meet like this?
No, it just waved.
Yeah, it just waved.
Yeah. Because there's
they
waves.
do meet, right? Is there a point where they meet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
South of South America.
Yeah, I thought so.
That would be the South Pacific and the South Atlantic.
Yeah. That's cool.
Unless it's technically called the Southern Ocean.
Yeah, it is the Southern Ocean. They're above Antarctica, right? It does have to meet somewhere. Maybe at the southern tip of Brazil or something like that. Maybe once a little past there, it becomes the Southern Ocean.
No, it would be down here. It is the Southern Ocean, but as far as water's concerned, and I'm speaking on behalf of the water, the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean would meet
technically they meet
at the south of South America.
Yeah, definitely.
So if I was a scientist, I would say that. If I was like a cartographer or some sort of history person, I might say, well, this is all the Southern Ocean, so this water is not that water.
That's where they wave at each other at.
Yeah, that's where they wave.
Yeah, so
they might wave over here at the Panama Canal.
Yeah,
from a distance.
True, to the docks.
Yeah. The water mixes, but it's not necessarily.
I haven't heard anything about that lately. Have you? That was one of the big deals with Trump. He's going to get the Panama Canal back.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Like the Chinese people that were owning and running
it's
part
stopped.
of the locks.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made them stop.
But I mean, it's not a thing anymore. It's
and I think we can send the illegals to a third country now again. Supreme Court said it was okay again. And so
I don't see why that would be
I don't either.
I mean, if we have we're not like we're gonna.
It's a deterrence.
No. My thing is, if there's an agreement between those countries,
right?
You're not just gonna open a plane door and they're gonna run out.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be some sort of undocumented people in that country.
Yeah, and there's some other countries that aren't.
there's a system in place. It's
Yeah.
not just a free
But
for all.
there's some countries that aren't wanting to take them back. Like their own country is not wanting to take them back. So what do you do with them? You got to do something with them. You know, you got to send them to a third country.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, that's neither here or there. I mean, we're not, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Man, I had another dad joke, but I lost it.
It did.
Yeah.
What happened? You cut it with some Little Caesars and it went away?
I cut it out. Oh, yeah, here it is. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
My wife accused me of stealing her thesaurus. Not only was I shocked, I was appalled, aghast, and dismayed. I thought
Yeah.
that was funny.
All right, I got another one.
Okay.
Another racial joke. What do you call two Mexicans playing basketball?
I don't know.
One on one.
One on one.
One on one. Anyway.
My wife said that I should do lunges to stay in shape. I told her that was going to be a big step forward.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, all right, that's enough dad jokes.
Okay.
We don't want to bore the audience.
I think they're hilarious.
You think they're hilarious.
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for dad jokes.
Yeah, I know. Me
Or,
too. It was funny when the girls were doing
or
them at
bad
school.
puns.
When we hooked up this equipment at
Oh,
school,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the two coaches came in and were looking dead at each other, trying to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
And
fun.
I have it
just,
recorded somewhere
it is fun just to sit behind the microphone.
and listen to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bo,
Oh, Beauregard.
he's still trying to get back under the table again, trying
That's
to come
all
back around. That's how he got through, though, the last time.
Hey,
But- Anyway.
there is, in the library over at UMHB, there's a clear little recording booth that has 4 mics and recording equipment right there in the library. I think that'd be cool to record an episode there.
Yeah. We have guests, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
And they have a room, this is really cool. They have a room with a green screen and a video and the lights, recording equipment, a computer. And whatever you put on the computer, you can put
On the back of the green screen.
on the back of the green screen. Yeah.
Or on the green screen.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can on the screen on the right is what is going to be behind you.
Yeah.
So you can either use that, and they have a teleprompter.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Teleprompter,
I said,
that's cool.
man, I could be given the weather forecasts. I've
Yeah.
never given a weather forecast with a green screen before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Over here.
I've
the
given
Rockies.
I've given 1,000 briefings of weather,
Right.
but nothing that had
Yeah.
a teleprompter or a
Right.
green
So you
screen.
feel like you're really doing
Yeah.
like on TV. Yeah.
I'll wait for a big cold front to come through, and then I'm just going to
Yeah.
do it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
It's coming across the Central Plains.
Should I put it on the YouTube just to
Yeah.
put it on there?
Put it on there. That'd be
I
funny.
think I'm going to do it.
I would. I know you are.
All right. What else we got going on?
Man, I'm thinking about where we're going to eat today after we get doing with this car.
Oh, that's right, because I can't just go up to Waco and sell a car.
No,
I
they
won't
got-
have
they
no
got
way
good
back.
places to eat in Waco.
And so you're going to follow me up there,
yeah.
so I have a ride back.
Yep.
And I promised lunch.
Yes.
And
Well, I told you were.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you have an app
Yep.
that shows us the best barbecue places in
Yeah.
Texas.
Yep.
You know what? Speaking of that, let me get it right here while we're live
Yeah.
recording a podcast. Let
It's
me
a Texas Monthly one.
Texas Monthly
Yep.
Barbecue Finder. Oh, here it is, right here.
Yep.
Does the little thing show TM?
Yep.
Okay, I got it.
That's it.
And you said if they have a thing to scan whenever you go to the
passport.
restaurant,
Yeah. Scan a QR code.
and you
So
can collect.
The top 50 have their own QR code. And so you go through here and you scan and you can fill your passport up with all 50. It says 0 out of 50 joint stamped. So yeah.
How long do you have to get all 50?
I guess
Can you take longer than a year?
I believe that it comes out every 3 years.
Okay.
So you got 3 years to do all 50.
Well, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yep. I believe we should. And I believe we can get one stamped today. I think it's on a food trailer though. I don't know if it's a brick and mortar place yet.
I'm okay with the food trailer.
Yeah, Hellberg. Hellberg barbecue. It's a top 50 one. So yeah, that's us, dude.
Oh, is this right? Is my phone telling me the right temperature?
What is it?
Oh, it's 84. But when I first pulled up my phone, it said 73. I said, "There's no way it's
Oh,
only
no.
73 outside."
No. It
'Cause I
didn't
was
feel
thinking-
too bad when I got here. Feels pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
Wind blowing a little bit.
yeah. It'll be nice to eat out at the food truck or something.
Yeah.
All right. A high temp today is forecasted to be 93, clear skies and sunny.
Yeah, I think later on in the week though we're gonna hit like 98, 99.
That'll still be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for this time of year,
Oh, I mean, yes.
It's really nice.
We haven't hit 100 yet. We're doing good.
and we've been getting a fair amount of rain. I saw yesterday that both lakes are at 100%.
Yep.
They're not over or under.
And I can remember.
And one lake, I think south of here, is a little low. I can't remember which one. It could be Lake Travis or something.
Yes.
But it's just
barely.
barely low.
Yeah, I remember when we first moved
Because they were
out
talking
here.
about boating safety for the 4th of July weekend.
I remember when they said the Steel House and the Lake Belton were ever going to get back to normal. They were so low. And bam, like last year we got so much rain.
Before I lived here, we've lived in Texas for 5 years, and when I was stationed, we drove over here one time,
Yeah.
and the lakes were so high and flooded.
Oh wow.
In fact, my brother Danny lived right by the lake, and it was a big mess. Yeah, he
That's
had
cool.
like a
I'm just glad they're back at normal.
he was staying in an RV trailer,
Yeah.
and oh my god, he was parked right by he had a spot right by the lake.
Yeah, because I mean, I think don't we use the Lake Belton as our water source?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to be at normal.
Yeah, you start getting low, and there's a lot of filtering and a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. It's just not.
Yeah, and then
That's
they
good.
don't want you to water your grass. And,
Yeah, everyone's on a
stuff like
hole.
that.
But now we don't have to water as much because we're getting
No,
pretty good amount of
Well,
rain.
we got a good downpour yesterday up there in Round Rock. Man, it came
it-
a turd floater.
It barely sprinkled here.
Yeah,
Yeah, just barely.
it was like a cow pissing on a rock.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
That's, while you were moving.
No, we were almost done. The guys were unloading, and they was right at their time limit. They were done. Their 2 hours was up,
Oh,
and we still had a little things to unload, just boxes and stuff. And they didn't get to because the 2 hours was up. But yeah, they did great. Everything that they unloaded that went upstairs. That was the plus.
oh yeah,
But
big time.
It come a flood up there in Round Rock. Concrete needed watering.
Was it like a thunderstorm or just a
No,
lot of
just a
rain?
big. As we were as we were watching them unload, I was outside. There was just a big old black cloud coming toward us. It was just one big black cloud, and like it just stopped on top of us and just
Oh, okay.
dropped everything it had
Yeah.
on us. It didn't rain other places. It just rained right there.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad.
We were sitting under a black cloud.
Yeah. Life story.
Live story. Yeah.
Man, if I can get out from underneath this, if I get a good grade in this
Yeah.
class, man, I'm telling y'all, no more procrastinating.
Oh
Wait,
my
didn't I say
God.
that before?
Yes, numerous
No,
times.
but this time,
3 or 4 episodes already.
this time I mean it.
Yeah. I
Like
hope so.
my new semester starts today.
Well, if you don't procrastinate, we'll never get to do anything fun
What do you mean?
because you'd be doing homework all the time. Like you would go day to day to day to day doing your work instead of like us having fun for 5 days, and then you trying to, you know what I'm saying?
No, here's the plan. If I know I can get it all done
Yeah.
in 2 weeks, I can just do it at the beginning 2 weeks
Okay.
and then be able to relax
The
and
last-
not be stressed out.
Okay. All right.
'Cause
That's cool.
Because even before I started working, I was stressed out about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's no
Yeah.
way to be. Like I would still do stuff, but I would say, "Okay, go. You got this to do, this to do. Okay, you still got 3 weeks, or you still got 4 weeks, or whatever." And then, but my mind was always on it.
Yeah.
If I just sit down and do it, and knock it out at the beginning couple of weeks, and then be able to relax,
Yeah.
go
definitely.
golfing, go on, go places, or sit and do nothing. or get stuff done around this house that I should be doing.
Yeah, I need to borrow your spreader, but I can't get it today. Well, I guess I can put
Okay.
it in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do some weed and feed.
I need the weed and feed and
Yeah.
throw some ant poison out. Yeah.
It's that time of year.
Yippers.
I need to do some ant killing too. Man, them fire ants, man.
They're bad.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
No, me either.
I wonder what it would take just to eradicate them all.
I don't believe we could. I don't think we could.
What if it was some sort of government funded, like everyone can just go and get free ant killer, and then like people that cut the grass for the city or the state, they spread ant killer in the common areas, and all the people with these neighborhoods that cut grass, they have to put it. Farmers and ranchers could have it and they distribute. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be a way where we can make a dent in this.
One ant would stay alive, or two.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I don't think we ever could eradicate him because they're an invasive species.
Yeah.
I don't think we could ever eradicate him.
What if we introduce natural enemies of the fire ant?
Now that would work.
You know what? There's been places that would have an invasive species that got there by accident, right? Either a boat or whatever. And
introduce another invasive
they would
species.
Introduce it, but then you just have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Introduce another invasive species, and he would knock them out, but then they're there now.
Yeah, and that would be equally as bad or worse.
The snakes in Florida are the ones that I like. People letting go all those like boa constrictors and snakes that aren't from North America.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a bounty for them.
I would imagine.
You can make good money catching snakes.
I'm not going to be doing that. I'll tell you that.
I wouldn't mind it, because a good snake is a dead snake. I ain't got no problem killing snakes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I just wouldn't want to go traipsing around looking for a snake.
True. I don't mind killing them.
Well, if I see it there, I wouldn't mind it. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would mind it. I would like to go do that alligator catching.
Yeah.
Hunting, yeah. Like those dudes in Louisiana.
Like on the show Swamp People or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'd love to go do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fun.
I mean, we used to kill them all the time, but it was against the law and we killed them.
Well, there's a certain amount that they want,
Yeah, you got to get permits and stuff. But, they were in our lakes, and our dogs like to go swimming. Like we work cows or go pen the cattle.
Yeah.
And the dogs would go swim or go drink some water, and the alligator's sitting right there, so we would knock them out.
Yeah. But I mean, nowadays they do want a certain amount taken.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why. It's not just to let people kill them.
I remember my dad letting my little brother and sister go swimming right off the dock, and my dad sitting there with a 22, and he'd tell him, "Get down."
No way.
Yeah, get under.
Oh my goodness.
Bam. Get down.
What if they couldn't hold their breath long enough? They poked their head up.
Get down.
You know what? That'll teach kids to listen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You get down.
Get under.
Why? Well, maybe I don't want to. Why do I got to do it now?
They're alive. The kids are still alive
because they're
listen. Grown-ups now. They have full-time jobs or have babies and kids or whatever. So they did live through the situation. No kid was harmed in the making of that joke.
Yeah. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. But yeah.
All right. Should we get out of here?
Yeah, we're getting there. So, yeah, we can. We need to get going, actually.
All right.
So, because it's 10:30 and it's 45 minutes.
Do we need to talk about anything we hadn't talked about?
Nothing we couldn't cover next Saturday.
I gave some very hilarious dad jokes.
Yeah, you did. And I did some good racist jokes.
And I don't think they're racist.
I don't think so either. Not when a Hispanic person says a Mexican joke. I don't think it is.
Yeah, but I think those particular jokes, I don't think they would be considered racist anyway. No.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Well, nothing. A trade in the NFL.
Oh.
But not, it says a huge trade, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's just the Dolphins.
If it is,
it's just the Dolphins.
We can speak to it next time.
Yeah, my watch just went off, but it's meh.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. All right, Joe, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, guys. Till next time, and hopefully we'll get back on track and start doing these again, like every Saturday, like we were. Until then, adios.
All right. Adios. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?